Hello again, Struckpop. Welcome back to another day, another stream of mine, another first look at a game that recently came out, actually around 4 days ago. But I was busy with the Diablo beta, so I couldn't test it. I've got some other stuff, various stuff to test, to try that I'm planning in the next few days. But I'm also gonna be busy with my upcoming videos for April, because it's almost here. Atelier Ryza 3. I can't wait to see what this is about. It looked promising, although it looked like it might have a little bit too much life skilling, kind of like Harvestella. I've been very busy today because yesterday my monitor, my new second monitor, the one I will be using for chat, arrived, and then my power supply arrived, and I had to redo the whole cable management of my build and install the new GPU finally after 3 months of waiting for a power supply. So that's why I'm very late with the stream. So we'll stream for a couple of hours, 2.5 hours, and then I'll go have my dinner. Then I haven't even had my lunch. I had like breakfast and something like pre-lunch after breakfast snack. But yeah, I've been busy, and I really wanted to sneak in a few hours of streaming before it's too late. So let's do that now. Atelier Ryza 3. I've never played the first or the second game, so I've got no idea what to expect. We've got different difficulties. It could be changed in the middle of the game, it seems, which is good. Let's start on that. And save, and let's just go. So it would be a little bit difficult for me to pay attention to the chat today, but I will be trying to pay attention to the chat. See, the second monitor where I normally have my chat and stuff is unusable because it's HDMI and I only have one HDMI 3 display port. And I ordered an HDMI 2 display port cable, so it's probably gonna be here in like 2 days or so. Until then, I'll be back to using just one monitor. So I'll do my best to not miss any chat messages. I do have them in a little corner of the screen next to the game, so it should still be easy to see, but we'll see in just a moment. And I think I'm ready here. Let's press escape. No, it's not escape, it's this click. There is a prologue movie. I guess we could skip it, or maybe it will play it now. How's it going to Razer? How are you, Razer? No, it's on Japanese audio. Perfect. Now I don't need to bother thinking.
そこでなんてことない日々を暮らしていた錬金術師の私ライザリン・シュタウトは今
Apparently the game has a very nice story. Apparently. Can I see my FPS?
Yeah. 危ないとこだった。
島暮らしで腕が鈍ったのか、ライザー。助けに入ってやられてたら島中の笑い物だぞ。
ぶつかるのは僕とボスに任せて。援護お願い。
ちょっと調子悪いだけなのに言いたい放題。
ライザ大丈夫なのか？
アガーテ姉さんは守り手さんの方をお願い。まだ他にも敵がいるかもしれないし。
休暇で帰って早々こんな目に遭わされるなんて、卒業前の骨休めどころじゃなくなっちゃったな。
そうか。俺は夏にライザと会うってだけで何かあるんじゃないかと身構えてたがな。
確かに怪しい島の偵察に駆り出されるとか帰る前は想像もしなかったね。これぞライザって感じ。
あんたたち私を何だと思ってるわけ？
何か。そうだな。とんでもないことを呼び込む大変なやつってところか。
冷静に答えられても困るんですけど。
Hmm.
ねえ、
I'm just checking what's happening with my FPS monitor. It's not detecting certain things it's supposed to. Oh, it's turn-based. It's not action. Okay, I thought it would be action RPG. Well, there are action elements, but not the combat. But yeah, my FPS monitor is no longer showing me the stats I wanted to show. Not a fan of that. Let's see. Scenes manager. Should I try? Just checking some various overlays. I'll have to troubleshoot this thing that I'm troubleshooting right now later. It's refusing to it's refusing to show me what I wanted to show. It's only showing me CPU and RAM. It's not showing the GPU. But it's probably because I installed a new one. Maybe this one needs to detect some stuff. I'll switch it off. I'll just switch it off. Space is skills. It doesn't let me use skills yet. What would be the right time? What counts as the right time? Aha! Aha! It's like a combo you can make. I did do a proper display driver uninstall or clean install today. But I think it's the problem with the game itself, not broadcasting certain stuff. Maybe because it's windowed mode, I don't know. I used to have the same problem with the old GPU in some games. So it could be something else, could be something on the system, like a Windows thing. But in cases where it would not show it, I would use this software and then it would show it. It could be some setting I've enabled. Essenbock. How do I do it? Not detecting the... I'm trying to do the S. Aha, there it is. It's all about timing. It's all about timing. Come on, do the combo. Man, this is difficult. I cannot. I did it earlier. And again, I did it again. The combat is a little bit too much in terms of having to hold certain buttons and the combat is actually action RPG, but it's a weird like tactical action RPG combat. I need to reduce the volume. Just a moment. Why can't I attack anymore? You can switch between one character and the other, which is nice.
なんとか片付いたけど、やっぱりこの近くじゃ見たことない魔物だね。
ライザー大丈夫？今の戦いで怪我はしてないよね。
さっき言ってた調子が悪いってやつか？どうして出発前に言わなかったんだ？
ごめん、ここに来てから急に頭が重くなって。
怪我人も出たし、一旦戻るか。危険な場所と分かっただけでも収穫は収穫だ。アガテ、構わないな。
ああ、こいつらでは先に進むのは危険すぎる。まずは帰って報告すべきだろうな。
すまない。いや、
It's not showing me what FPS I'm running
怪
at.
我の方は責任を持って面倒を見る。ライザ
We're playing Cyberpunk. You love the gunfights. What I loved in Cyberpunk was the melee. Man, melee in Cyberpunk is pretty much, at least used to be around the game's launch. It used to be super fun and strong.
ようやく修行の成果を試せた
And it
嬉し
used
い
to
ん
be
だと思
super
うし
satisfying to destroy enemies with your melee.
どういうことか詳しく
Especially
聞かせて
if you
もらえ
have
ま
some
すか
Sun Devist and stuff.
ライザが島に帰った後、しばらく僕やレントと一緒に剣術や遺跡探索の修行をしてたんだよ。いつかみんなと冒険に出るためにって熱心にね。
ふふん
引き上げるぞ。怪我人に肩を貸してやれ。
本人は真剣だったんだ。自分で言っといてなんだけど、あまりからかわないであげてね。
はいはい、わかってます。何これ、声どこから。
いたれ栄養術師っていたれ
頭に
うん
響く、これは何、誰。
汝栄養を置いてる錬金の術師手塚の
You were excited for Horse Legacy to bet even they have abandoned the game. No patches, no fixing for crashing, nothing. Interesting.
今のは。
ライザー、帰るよ。
うん、今行く。私たちがなぜこんな危ないことをしてるかというと、話はほんの1日前。
Okay.
だから水路から遠くても淡水化装置があればみんな簡単に水が得られるんですってば。実演はしたし、私も飲んでみたじゃないですか。一体何が不満なんです？
その装置に不満があるのではない。ただ水とは島の水源からもたらされる神聖な恵み、便利とか不便とかそういうものではないのだ。お主の錬金術の腕は認めるが、
Humanitarians are about complaining. Understandable, I mean. They spent a lot of money on that game and they're getting shafted.
父さんやランバーが言うには村でも何かと頼りにされてる
Must
そう
be
だ。
exciting to get shafted by a game that obviously released as a buggy and unoptimized glitchy mess, and to then not get even
せっ
updates.
かく夏季休暇で帰ったのに遊ぶ暇はなさそうだ。
どうせならパーティーを誘ってやればよかったんだ。来たがってたんだろ。
I'll try to play a bigger game next.
彼女は
I could either play tomorrow Wild Hearts or I could play Crime Boss Rocky City.
それとこれと
I'll
は
see.
話が別じゃ。
I'm considering some stuff that might
こんな私の
get me to
な
test
ん
this
てことな
GPU
い当たり前
properly.
の日々が
I mean, I could reinstall Forspoken and see how Forspoken plays on this card, but I don't think that's gonna be fun for me unless they add some new content.
何事じゃ、想像し。
If only I could test the Diablo 4 beta with this card, so I would know what resolution. I did watch some benchmarks though, and the Diablo 4 beta is not that greatly optimized.
また
w- it's tough to keep the frame rates even with FSR2 at 240 on 4K, and even on the 1440p it's hard to keep stable 240. So if I do end up saving up money for a monitor, 1440p to 240 Hz could be what I get instead of 4K. Or 1440. I mean 1440 240 versus 4K 240 versus 4K 144. Those are the options I've been considering. But I don't think they can optimize Diablo 4 before launch to be as good as Call of Duty in terms of FPS. So I'd rather get a monitor that I can fit in Diablo 4 than a monitor that I won't be able to give it the frame rates it likes by playing Diablo 4. I wonder if this song is copyrighted. Should I just skip because this might be a copyrighted song? In the worst case, I would mute this part of my stream. If it doesn't let me mute only the song, I can just mute the whole thing. This is the prologue movie intro letter. But yeah, I can bet my dick that this game will be not this game. This music, this soundtrack will be copyrighted. I bet my dick and my left nut that this is copyrighted music. Hello. This one that I used in the thumbnail that I could find, and the hello pose, looking backwards. Hello. This game is on PlayStation and on Switch. And just hearing Switch means okay, it's not something heavy, it's not something demanding. Oh, I need to click something. Isn't there auto? Auto. F.
なんとあの島には魔物まで真っ先に物見を出した意味はあったようだ。それよりボス、本当に怪我はないんだろうな。お前は子供の頃から強がりだから。
やめろ父さん。
One of the horror stories is getting new PC and finding out which part is faulty. The PC, the GPU, the RAM, and you have to go through all that stress. There doesn't need to be a faulty part. Why would I stress test my GPU with ray tracing? I've seen a lot of ray tracing, and in most cases it looks unnatural. Path tracing is the real deal. And by the way, Cyberpunk will be adding path tracing soon. But good luck with that. I didn't buy my GPU for ray tracing. I bought it for good high frame rates at most likely a high resolution. The performance hit that ray tracing gives you is not worth it right now. Maybe 2 generations from now, even on 4090, it's not worth the performance hit. Especially if you're chasing high frame rate for games like Diablo, where dodging at the right time, casting a skill at the right time and stuff like that is important. So ray tracing would just plummet the FPS. So it's not worth it, in my opinion, for my case, the way I play games. I don't play AAA titles. I very rarely enjoy AAA titles. 9 out of 10 AAA titles for me are boring and a waste of money, unfortunately, and I end up refunding them. before the 2.5 hour mark.
そうであってほしいとは思ってるぞ。
このやりとり、やっと島に帰った気がしてきたよ。
Thankfully, with Diablo 4, I was happy enough. And even though I was super unhappy, I was also super happy at the same time for other reasons with Diablo 4. So this is good. I'm definitely gonna keep my pre-order. I'm not gonna refund it. There was always the option. There was always the option of of refunding, although for me it wasn't. I had decided even if I didn't like it, I would have kept playing the game and making content, which is the case. I will keep it. But I did like a lot of the things in the beta. As much as the things I didn't like are annoying, the ones I do like are fun enough to keep me playing, with the hopes that the developers will fix the shitty stuff. I guess I can access this thing later. Exactly, everything changes in the later levels. I was not judging the game for the content, I was judging the game for systems and design. And that's what I was judging in the beta. Itemization systems, I was judging the skill tree without the paragons. I was trying to get an impression of how the combat would feel, because the combat would be pretty much the same at the later levels. You just have slightly more skills, slightly more stats, well, a lot more stats. You would have a lot more skill points and stuff like that. You would have the real skill trees, which would be the paragon boards. So things will change, obviously, but there are things that you could see from the beta that won't be huge difference to the main game, such as how certain functions like enchanting and whatever work. Like the shitty part about enchanting, where you can only enchant one affix, and that's it, and that every time you enchant again the same affix, reroll it to a new one, it keeps increasing the cost, which again, very bad decision. Things like that, things like those you can see in the beta, and you would know that unless they decide to change it specifically after getting feedback, it will be the same on launch. So these specific things, such as the enchanting and how the cost increases and how you're limited to only rerolling one affix, this is definitely something I can clearly judge in the beta, and I can say unless they change it themselves after the beta, then it's a viable concern. And that's just one out of many examples I have talked about during my beta streams and stuff. What am I supposed to do? To go to Pixie Forest?
移動も多いし、身軽な服装を選んで正解だったな。
ねえボス、そういえばちょっと痩せた？
体を動かすようになって多少引き締まったかもな。
I like that she's at least moving fast.
今回もたくさん持って帰るぞ。
あんまり重たいものは拾うなよ。
見つけた。
Itskita? Yeah, yup.
さあ集めちゃいましょうね。
Okay.
見つけた。どんな
Am I gonna fight soon? Gather edibles. Oh, I love me a good pair of edibles. Want a good trip? Get some edibles. Wanna get knocked out on the couch? Again, There are edibles for that one too. Boom.
ライザなら有効活用してく
I
れ
like
る
to
よね。
call that couch coma. Where the edibles were a little bit too strong. And you're just
この辺りで
staring
薬
blank
の素材
into
が取れそう
into the nothingness. I've never eaten edibles, by the way, but I've heard
ここも
from
地図
other
に記してお
people
く。
that yeah, you gotta be careful with those. Just eat a little bit,
はい
like space cakes and stuff like that.
てや
Space muffins or whatever else with wheat you can think of that has the name space before it.
てやよっあ発見よっ見つけた
Now what? Synthesize grass beans is in my map.
ど
Ooh,
こに行くのさ。
okay. Okay, I like the art of the map. One of the JRPG fans said, "Oh, I mean, JRPG is it's an interesting word. I mean, yes, it's an RPG made in Japan, and it's familiar to other RPGs made in Japan, but not to all of them."
何かやらないといけないことがあったような気がするんだけど
But it is an interesting
例の
anime
ことを起こしてない
RPG
のか
for sure. But I'm not a fan of the games that have too much life skilling, like Harvestella, and this one seems to be this type of a game. I mean, I enjoyed Harvestella for a while because it didn't have anything better to do at the time when Harvestella was launching. How do I go to? I think I need to go back where I came from to synthesize stuff, get that alchemy going.
一旦荷物を整理したいね。
そうだね素材の仕分けをしなきゃ
I think I'm supposed to enter. Yeah, I am supposed to enter.
素材よし
Weird life is
Come on,
getting
Yoshi.
very chilly today, and it's not that cold outside. But my room is it's so cold. I even have the heater on, and it's still fucking cold. So autoplay. I don't know why the autoplay isn't constant. No, hell,
何作ろうかな
stealth type games. I also hate those, like Assassin's Creed, like Metal Gear Solid, stuff like that. It just, ooh. I'm happy that in Cyberpunk the stealth missions you could actually choose to do guns blazing or melee weapons blazing, and completely ignore the stealthiness. Took me a while to figure that one in Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk was actually pretty disappointing in terms of overhyped, and then what it was. I mean, I liked a lot of the things about it, excluding performance. Performance was abysmal, but still not as bad as some other games I've played recently. But I did enjoy the freedom of doing certain stuff in the open world at my own pacing, and I really enjoyed the melee combat and how strong melee was in Cyberpunk. As well as the story was pretty okay, but the ending, I fucking hated the endings. All of the endings, awful endings. It just, I don't like that. I don't like that the endings are in such a way that we don't have a real happy ending. Spoiler here, but yeah, no real happy ending in the game. There are, I think, 6 different endings or something like that, and in neither of those endings do you survive yourself, if I'm not mistaken, unless there's some new changes. That's always the ending, isn't it? That's the essential ending. You die. The end. That's how life works. So they made the game a bit too realistic. Let's see. Grass beans.
うーん
I went to sleep very early yesterday, and I woke up at 5 in the morning, and I couldn't fall asleep again. I gave Sky some food. I started reading some comics and stuff, and yeah, and then been busy with the computer stuff.
「何入れようかな」考えすぎかな。どこに入れよう。何入れようかな。うーん。
Hmm. Okay. So they've made an interesting alchemy system. Well, again, Alchemist is in the title of the game. You think you'll play this game for fun? How come? There's this one crime boss Rocky City that recently released that might be pretty fun to play. That shooter with Chuck Norris, a game with Chuck Norris, Michael Madsen, Kim Basinger, who else was there? Danny Glover, Vanilla Ice, and a bunch of other people. So many. I'll miss some names. Yeah, I haven't played it. I mean, I've been waiting for it to come out. It's out, and I might get to play it. Um, it might be a little bit too late. There is a platform for streamers that is offering the game, but probably not to me. Let me try. Let me try. I'm gonna go and try to accept the key for the game, and if I can, that's good news. There are 98 keys. Let me sign in first. Maybe there's less now. There were 98 keys left, but the thing is, my channel is too small. I need more. Followers on Twitch. I need average viewers on Twitch. I also need on YouTube more subscribers and average video views to be able to accept theirs from their drops. I'll show you. from this platform here for the AAA games. I was happy when I got Evo West though. I was happy when I got Evo West through here. So let's see if this is demanding. What is the demand here for this game? First of all, there are different dares that if I complete the dares, I can earn rewards for my audience. Let's see the legendary ones. Hail to the king, baby, become king of Rocky City, and I can get for my fans $100 value bundle from the publisher. Complete all urban legends, same thing. Click for the crew TikTok, crew up and delegate daily tasks like cooking dinner with chaotic consequences. Okay, that sounds lame. TikTok is involved, so obviously it sounds lame. Kachink, make a million in a campaign, and again, $100 bundle. Oh, this one, epic store key for viewers. Who let the dogs out? Complete dragon dogs, which is probably a quest. Type creative. Heist baby. Heist baby. Pack as many things from a friend's room into a bag without them noticing and heist it out of there. Make a TikTok to Jacob. She knows where you plan to sneak off and fucking TikTok. I hate this app. It's super disgustingly annoying. It's like a new version of Snapchat, but with more cringe. That's pretty much what TikTok is. Snapchat with more cringe. What's about this one? Serial cleaners, ghost runners, ghost runner, crime boss rocky key, immortal after all. Complete any mission in Urban Legends with up to 3 friends without losing any of your crew. So I need to have 3 friends playing this to be able to complete this, to earn a key for my viewers. And the rest is keys for other games. Yeah, the rest is keys for other games. And well, which one do I think I can actually do? Something that doesn't require me to play with others, because I can't guarantee I'll find people. But even that is not guaranteed that I would have that I would be able to accept. See? And this is glitched. First of all, this is not my follower count. This is my subscriber count on YouTube. And now it's showing view average, which is definitely higher than that. And that view average is actually showing the Twitch, not the YouTube one. Concurrent view average. But in any case, it's in order to get a key, I should probably talk to the support, and that's too much bothering. I think when you've registered with multiple platforms in this thing, it's glitched. So yeah, I probably won't be playing this game. And yeah, I didn't expect to be able to get a key, but it was worth giving it a shot to see if I can get a key for it. But Wild Hearts is probably what I'll play tomorrow, because I think it would be a good test for the GPU to see how it runs stuff. Duran says, hi Strick, how are you? Hi Duran, how's it going? Did you play Diablo 4, and if yes, and how much of it did you enjoy?
材料はレベルアップ。何
Level
入れようか
up.
な。入れる場所は何入れようかな。レベルアップ。
Are you officially using your GPU tomorrow? I'm already using it now. Right now. I can show you whatever I can show. It's difficult to see because of the reflections. Let me see what I'm showing, because I'm not using my second monitor because I need HDMI to cable. Bad boy. The red devil that's actually yellow because yeah, with the new PS2 with the Vertex, see that it says Vertex here, Vertex. Think like that. It's you can see it like that. Vertex. Although it's reverted lights. Okay, enough of that. HDMI. And my GPU only has one HDMI and 3 display ports. So I've ordered a cable that goes HDMI into the monitor and goes DisplayPort into the card. I've ordered a good one that eventually later I could use on better monitors. And this is the second monitor that I use for chat that I bought. I bought a new one because the old one was 720p and it was getting the job done. But I was having some issues with my monitor arm, which turned out it wasn't the monitor's fault. It was actually the monitor arm. um, I need to replace one of the things, one of those screws in it. It's not screwing up properly, but I've got to work around, so that's fine. Okay, let's go back into the game. This is a very weird system. And I've been very busy today cleaning this PC with the vacuum, then making the cable management, properly fixing everything, and then messing with the GPU stuff, settings. I don't know if I've put the right settings in my Adrenaline software, but how do I start? Space.
ど
Let's
れ
go.
にしようかな。
The one thing that is left is I need to clone my system drive to a new drive that I've got. I purchased a 2 terabyte drive to replace my 120 gigabyte system drive because the 120 gigabyte system drive is constantly full. It's constantly nagging me to free space, and there is no place to free space. So I decided to let's just buy a decent SATA, not NVMe but SATA SSD because my SATA slots are filled. All my SATA slots
いい感
are
じじゃな
full.
い
All my NVMe slots are full, so I had to get a SATA SSD. And thankfully, SATA SSD are not that expensive, and I could get something that that has plenty of room. I could use it for more than just a
こ
system
れを
drive. I
後
can
で
maybe add a
慌て姉さん
partition
に
on
届
it.
ければ依頼も達すまたあの時みたいな頭にレシピがひらめいた一体なんだろうこれねえなんだかよくわかんないけど
The best thing is Photoshop is running buttery smooth with this GPU. With the old one, Photoshop would be struggling a lot when I'm doing stuff, when I'm doing my thumbnails. It would stutter, not stutter, but freeze a little when I do certain tasks. But now with this GPU, it's buttery smooth. I can't wait to test some video editing when it's time for my I'll probably try to maybe start doing it tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. My impressions of the Necro and of the druid from the Diablo beta. I'm gonna make 2 short videos for that to go along the other 3+1 videos that I made.
ダメだ。何も感じない。秘められた力とかがあるのかと思ったんだけど。
Will I main the druid? No. I don't have mains. I will not main anything. I'm not the type of person that has mains. I mean, in Torchlight 3 I had 25 heroes. Neither of them was my main. I would play a few maps on this hero, then I would move on the next hero, then I would move on the next hero, and that's how I kept myself what should I say, excited all the time, because I would play a build and then I would switch to another build. It could be from this hero, it could be from another hero. So I would play a few maps, and if I feel like I want more diversity, boom, immediately switching to another build, boom, immediately to another build. That's not gonna be easy in Diablo 4. Not as easy as it was in Diablo 3, unfortunately. One of the good things about Diablo 3 was being able to switch from one build to another with just the press of a button. 3 button clicks or whatever. Click on the wardrobe, click the setup you want, confirm the switch, and there you go. Well, I'll be missing that one. From all the things I wouldn't miss, from Diablo 3, that's definitely not one of them. That's definitely a thing I would miss. There's many things in Diablo 3 that I definitely don't want to see in my games that I would play, but the loadouts, wardrobes or whatever they called it, it was super good. Immediate free respect and immediately changing gear and whatever else you had. Deliver the grass beans, where? But I would recommend this game to people who enjoyed playing Harvestella. It's within the same category of games. Only the combat is different. Only the combat is different, and that's probably what might turn people away from it. Because the combat is not your traditional action combat. It is still kind of action, but it's strange. I mean, if you didn't see me fight in the pro walk, you'll see me fight soon, hopefully, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. What now?
これで平気だと思う。アガーテ姉さん、薬持ってきたよ。
ありがとう。これが報酬だ。島への偵察分上乗せしてある。
そんないいのに。
仕事にはそれに応じた対価が支払われるべきだ。タオの分も
Oh,
入ってる。
I forgot. I keep minimizing the chat.
驚いたな。地震か。
Yuren says, I really wish the devs put skills trees on horizontal sides. Well, they used to be kind of horizontal back in the day.
なんで？今の空間島に
But
そんな
keep
こと
in
あるわ
mind
け？
the skill trees are just the beginning.
驚きすぎだろう。
The skill trees are not skill trees. The skill trees are a skill selection system. I don't know why they're calling them trees.
どうしたんだ？
Maybe it looks like a tree, but the real skill tree is the Paragon boards. The Paragon boards is pretty much Path of Exile skill tree cut into bits and pieces. And take 8-9 different bits and pieces, different clusters per class out of that, and then you have a massive you have the massive skill tree of Path of Exile, provided to the players in a much less shocking way. You don't have to see the whole tree at once. You just see the things that are synergistic to your class when you're playing that class, and you can still connect various boards that you like, and you can still do the same stuff. Like I'm gonna try and show you what I'm talking about.
大体分かったよ。簡単に言えば浮上装置がより大きな力に押されて不安定になってる。
By the way, this is the old skill system in Diablo. Diablo 4 used to have the skill system like that before,
言うまでもないな。
where you have the different categories and then you select the skill, but that didn't have the talents and other
本格
stuff.
的に調べなきゃ。
And that was another version of the Diablo 4 skill tree.
ライザ、
That was version number 2. The previous one was version number 3, and this is version number 1
バレンツ紹介って、あ、
of what it used to look like.
ますます騒がしくなりそうだ。
But back to the paragons. You see, you see this is a paragon board.
いらっしゃいませ。ライザ
Each paragon board has some sort of a legendary ability, modifier, whatever about it that you wanna put points on the way to it. And each of those points is pretty much stats. In this case, this is strength. You see, you have strength, intelligence, willpower, dexterity. And in this case, this tree is filled with strength
前か
stats.
らクラウディアが用意してくれて
But there are things that are not just strength. There are things like, for example, this cluster here. There are places where you can put gems like a socket, and those gems are called glyphs. You see this thing? This is glyphs. You would be able to find glyphs and put glyphs.
待ってください。
And there's glyphs that modify your skills.
確かに受けたまわりました。
For example, I need to go to some older screenshots. Just a moment. This is what glyphs are. Example of glyphs. You have regular ones that give you 30% bonuses to all the nodes within the range. Kind of like Path of Exile's gems. And this is the real skill tree. This is what I would call an actual tree, instead of what we have as the skills system. The skills, the abilities menu is just that. You select your starting point. You select the direction in which you want the build to be. You select the things you want to build around, and then you start supporting that with the other stuff. See, this rare exploit. For every 10 decks purchased within range, you deal increased damage to vulnerable enemies, and it also grants 40.5% bonus to all nodes within range. They will have different ranges based on various radius sizes, small, medium, large radius size, and you see, grants 4 strength for each willpower purchased within range. So that's gonna be a lot of stuff to do, and those are tiles. This is tiles, so pretty much some of those things would exist on the Paragon board. For example, while your fury is above 30%, you deal 30% more damage. That's like a legendary tile. Or grants 10 fury per kill, which is amazing, especially for whirlwind builds, if you want to speedrun a map. Requires 175 strength though, and 125 willpower. And then you get 8% increased maximum fury if you meet that requirement. And there's other basic stuff like strength, fire resistance, and so on. So alongside glyphs and those tiles, and the Paragon boards being stuff like that, you see this one here, it's like a cluster. In general, it's a very good system the way they've designed it. And again, I intentionally say that it's taking Path of Exile skill tree, that massive giant skill tree, and chopping it into bits, because you know how in Path of Exile you have those clusters of skills and passives and stuff, but they're all connected. In this game, you just take them as pieces of a puzzle, all those clusters, each of those clusters being a separate Paragon board, and you just give a bunch of those to every class. So not everyone has access to every aspect of that tree, but every class gets certain specific Paragon boards that are good for that class. And if you combine all the classes with all those boards for each class, you kind of get almost as much as Path of Exile. Probably not as much, but still enough diversity, enough depth to have a proper skill tree. So what you saw in the beta was just a small starting point. when we're talking skill trees. And with those paragon boards, it will be super interesting. The wild stuff that we can do with them. I can't wait to find out more about them and experiment. Help Agatha, help whatever. The elder. Who's this? How do we help Agatha? Which way do I go? Ah, this way. The blue one is closer, so let's help the elder, I guess. Or do I choose to help one person only? So there's the big map, there's zone map, and then there's even further zoomed into the city. What is this NPC here? Oh, that's not an NPC, that's just vines. You were saying earlier, by the way, that it's irritating that other people are in your way. But what do you mean that by people being in your way? If they kill something next to you, you still get loot for them killing that one. The only negative of other people being around you is performance, in my opinion. And in dungeons, you're alone. In strongholds, you're alone, unless you invite someone in your party. So there is the open world areas where there's other people, but I don't see it as a way of people being in each other's way. In fact, it should be in the opposite. They're helping you do events easier and faster. And it's not like there's queue stealing. There's no queue stealing. You still get credits and vote for stuff others queue while you're nearby. Just like yesterday, I got a legendary item as I was running away from some monsters. And then there was that guy behind me who decided to kill those monsters I was running away from. And I didn't even hit them, but I got that legendary drop. I almost missed it. I did not expect it. Will the tree evolve when you max it? The tree doesn't evolve. Well, not directly. I mean, in a way, it could evolve when you put the right stuff inside, the right glyphs. That's big evolution from using basic bitch glyphs to using the big glyphs. So there's obviously gonna be some sort of growth there, gradual growth that you don't get the good stuff right away. I wonder if glyphs would be shared between classes. So I farmed a bunch of good glyphs that I would rather give to my other classes, to my outs, that I've just leveled up. I wonder if that's gonna be doable, or whether glyphs would be class bound, and you won't be able to get ones for another class. We'll see how that would be handled. Play the monsters on the opposite bank of the river. What do they mean by opposite bank? Can I teleport? I can teleport. Oh man, that's such quality of life. That just saved me a bunch of running.
も俺たちの味方
A
をし
bunch
て
of
くれる
boring running. Mind you. Okay, time to fight. I won't have teammates now, I'll just fight by myself, I'm assuming. Oh no, never mind, those two fellas are there. So it's still a threesome. Kind of, a trio kind of story. Trio team. I wonder if we have other team members. There should be plenty of team members. It shouldn't be just those two. Because I want me a ranged person. Like a bow, crossbow, pistol, rifle.
見つけた。
To shoot at stuff. Snipe stuff. So in this area,
どこに行くのさ。
where am I supposed to go? It says monsters. Okay, I'll just go this way. Maybe there's gonna be some monsters there. As if I'm listening to the same sound effects from Harvestella. Different voice actors and different voiceover in general, but same lines, I guess. Same voice lines. Haken? Oh, so she's a hardcore Haken master. Thunderdome. Thunderdome baby.
どんなものと出会えるかな。
Let's see.
私は最高の錬金素材と出会いたい。
Haken is difficult. I've tried Haken. and my brain pretty much refuses to give my feet the right order. The right orders of moving it in the right way. I'm trying to tell my brain, hey, tell my feet to do that. It's either my feet refusing or my brain just not telling them the right commands. I even tried to do it in slow motion so that I can do it properly, but even in slow motion I fuck it up, so in the end I just gave up. Haken is difficult to learn. It's not for everyone. If I can do it in slow motion, I would be able to do it super fast, but the thing is I can't do it even in slow motion. Shit.
よしこっちは倒したぞ。
フォースすごいな。僕いけちゃいそうだよ。みんな大丈夫だった？
ま、この程度余裕よ。
Yeah.
敵のお出ましだ。気をつけろ。
行こうライザ。
Wait, what's the button for aggressive?
くらえ
糸で決める。
最後だ
Ah, fuck, I clicked outside of the game. Oh, shit, shit, shit. There is no option to constrain the...
糸で決める。よし、こっちは倒したぞ。
いやボスすごいな僕負けちゃいそうだよ
貴様を切る。
みんな大丈夫だったみんな大丈夫かい
発見よよし魔物は倒せたねよ
ああ、古老に報告するか。
えいえいふっえい てや
Cannot do that. Probably not strong enough to do that one.
発見えいてや
Again. Hmm. Wait.
ねえどこに行くのさ
Okay, just keep going forward. I guess it's straight way.
さーて今回の収穫はと
なんだか楽しそうだな。
えい
Hmm. Hmm. Maybe through here. I hope I don't wake up super early tomorrow as well, because waking up early drains my energy by the time it's midnight or whatever. And uh, I'd rather have energy to cook, although I still have some food to reheat left over, at least for today. But yeah, I'll try to not wake up this early
こんな時間まで大変だ。
tomorrow.
欲しい
What
の
do
は
they
見つかっ
sell?
た。
They sell fish. Is that my quest to get some fish? Report to the elder. Finders keepers. But yeah, is any of you guys looking forward to seeing me play Wild Hearts? 'Cause I'm considering Wild Hearts for tomorrow. It's a Monster Hunter style type of a game. I'm not a fan of Monster Hunter type of games, because I'd rather, instead of fighting one big monster, I'd rather fight a bunch of little ones and obliterate
ラ
them.
イザか
And fight elites alongside the little ones that take a little longer. I like the Diablo style of fighting, where you have trash mobs, where you have elites, where you have
例の島では
champions,
すまなかった
bosses,
な
mini bosses.
守り手と言いながらお
And
前
it's
たち
not
は
just
足を
one
引っ
massive
張るば
monster
かりで
that you spend half an hour
あれ
hunting
はし
down.
ょうがないよ初めての場所だったんだから
Oh, this reminded me of
それ
that
でも
game
守り手
Dauntless.
の中には気にするものが多くて
PTSD. I used to be a very, very early backer of Dauntless, like
アガーテ姉さん
when it
十分
wasn't
強い
even
の
free
に
to play, when it was
褒めてくれて嬉しい
early
が
access
私以外の
beta,
連中も
whatever.
できれば腕前 前の底上げをしたい。
Because I thought it might be fun, but then it kept getting more and more boring.
訓練に使いたいんだ。
なるほど、そういうことなら喜んで引き受けましょう。さて、どんな武器を作ろうかな。
Sate. Oh, I remembered the Deadly Sins anime. I wonder what happened with that one when we will get a new season. If we'll get a new season. And the Q3. And this unlocks more recipes that are different versions of certain things, right? Adjacent skills. And to master all skills to become a top-notch alchemist. So there will be ways to master all of them if you grind enough, if you repeat respawnable content.
さて、武器の素材はあったかな。なければ対岸ま
How
で
do I
取り
open
に
the
行こう。
skill tree? K, S, L? It's not L. Not S for sure. K, I, O, P, P? No. It's photo mode. Tap. Tap it is. What is his breath? How do I know what this is? Doesn't tell me what each of them is. Hmm. Let's just run. Oh. Eat. So much stuff on the ground. Where am I supposed to go?
随分と近いが。
Oh, I was actually here. Never you mind. Oh shit.
倒してきたよ。
はい。
毎度ありがとうござい
My
ます。
body is trying to shut down. Because I had to wake up at 5. But I didn't have to wake up at 5 a.m. But I went to bed very early. So
ふふん
when Sky woke me to give him food in the morning, I just couldn't fall asleep again.
そうだった。
嘘つきな。
俺の
Hmm.
どこか行くのか？
Hmm. Where do I go? I think I'm supposed to go somewhere here, but let's just check this one and see what that would be. Hmm. And there is a book here, but there it is. What now? Prepare ingots. So we're going on an expedition again to get ingots. So tutorials is slowly and steadily introducing you to the things you would be able to craft and to using the crafting system for getting ahead of your tasks and stuff. Okay, 2 people. Yeah, I'm shutting down. My brain is shutting down for like a moment. And it's holding the button on how to walk, but completely thinking about something else and spacing out. Hmm.
何入れようかな。考えすぎかな。レベルアップ。入れる場所は。材料はまだまだすごくなるかも。何入れようかな。どこ に入れよう。材料は考えすぎかな。材料は入れる材料は
Okay.
何入れようかな。入れる場所は何入れようかな。考えすぎかな。考えすぎかな。何入れようか
Okay,
な。
okay, okay. I get it.
考えすぎかな。考えすぎかな。どれにしようかな。よーし、いけ。できた。
Hmm.
何作ろうかな。
Wait, did I just cancel right before? Little slow this animation, but okay. Man, do they have items? Mhm. 3 things other than the weapon. So I'm assuming there's boots, there's chest armor, there's the weapon, and would the other one be offhand or pants armor? Or would it be some sort of accessory? Makes you wonder. Trinkets, okay. Okay. 2 onyx blades.
何作ろうかな。材料は考えすぎかな。入れる場所は考えすぎかな。
Sounds walked
考
still.
えすぎかな。何入れようかな。
Don't have the lightning unlocked.
考えすぎかな。何入れようかな。どこに入れよう。材料は考えすぎかな。材料はどこに入れよう。何入れようかな。考えすぎかな。よーし、いけ。できた。何作ろうかな。
Another onyx blade.
何入れようかな。どこに入れよう。入れる場所は材料は
Hmm.
考えすぎかな。
Has to be here.
何入れようかな。考えすぎかな。こんな感じかな。よーし、行け。
Done.
何作ろうかな。これで準備できた。
Rift
アガーテ姉
sword.
さんのところに持っていこう。
We still got an S on 82 meters.
てや
7:37, man. So much running around. Oh, I can definitely see that there's fishing. I can probably even do it right now. Oh no, I probably don't have fishing rod. Probably it will tell me that. Yeah. Alright, I got the Nissan. Take stuff.
これで平気。はい、ご注文の品。
思ったより立派なものを作ってくれたな。ありがとう。これが報酬だ。
毎度あり。結構切れるから気をつけてね。
ああ、これをしっかり扱える程度には鍛えるよ。
やあ、
うん
ライザ。見てたよ。守り手の武器まで任されるようになったんだ。
今日のはたまたまだけどね。やっぱりみんなあの島のことで緊張してるみたい。
ねえライザ、あの島ってやっぱり。
うん、錬金術に関連する何かだと思う。
そうだよ
the
ね。
tiredness.
もしかして
Fatigue.
遺跡とかも眠ってるのかな。
みんなが来る前に一人で探索に行ったらダメだよ。島を動かす錬金術なんて危ないに決まってるんだから。
分かってる。ちゃんと我慢してるよ。
我慢するほどには行きたいのね。ひとまずこれくらいかな。今日のところは一旦帰ろう。
どこか行くのか？
Turn to Ryza's house. Where is Ryza's house?
いいね。
おかえり、ライザ。
ただいま。
ああ、こっちはいつも通りだよ。
と、
そっか、それならよか。
That is our sister?
思い
Mother,
出した。
father, and sister?
ライザ、一つこの前の
Is it
地震
just the
でロー
mother
プ
and the
が壊
father?
れ
I
てしまっ
thought
て
there was a third person.
それくらいならいくらでも直せると思うよ。
余計なことはせずに修理だけ頼むよ。
はーい。なら軽くて頑丈くらいにしますか。ひとっ走り。お母さんどうかした？
いや、なんでもないよ。
そう？ ならいいけど、それじゃあ行ってくるね。
Woodcutter's axe. Oh, come on. How many
どこに
things
行
do
こ
we
うか
need
な。
to synthesize? Or we're ready?
いいね。
小妖精というが実際魔物なんだよな。紛らわしい名前の付け方だ。
何作ろうかな。入れる場所は材料はどこに入れよう。入れる場所は何入れようかな。入れる場所は何入れようかな。何入れようかな。
Guys?
考えすぎかな。いい感じじゃない。よーし、行け。完成。
Okay, now we can go and harvest stuff.
どこに行こうかな。てやーてやー、どんな素材も無駄にならないからね。いいもの手に入るかな。
Time is it? I want to make sure that I'm not going over 2.5 hours. I'm getting close to the 2-hour mark. I'd rather keep it at that. Because you never know whether I would be returning to this game or not.
さあさあ、
I want to try something that's heavy on my GPU for tomorrow. But I might return to this game, but I'd rather stop in 15 minutes or so it's not over 2 hours.
見つけた。
ライザなら有効活用してくれるよね。
さあ、今回もたくさん持って帰るぞ。
あんまり重たいものは拾うなよ。
発見。
みんな敵だよ。
ボ
Fight.
スと戦うなんて
はっ
ちょっと
くらえ。
ライザの錬金術。
I forgot the hotkey.
これでおしまい。
There was a hotkey. Hotkey for X. Okay.
僕が行く。当たれ。
熱い。よし、一匹やっつけた。
見切れるか
ねライザ。当たれ。任せて。
2頭で決める。
任せて。あいつ今なら攻撃が通りそうだよ。
一気に行く。
任せて。
それ。はい、いっけー。
行くぞ。
熱いな。どうにかしなくちゃ。
2頭で決める。
任せて。行け。
はっ、ガレアキだ。貴様を切る。
隙あり。
はっはあ。
行くぞ。
あ
Okay.
まだまだ強くなれそうね。
少しでも早くお前らに追いつかねえとな。
強くなれたみたいだ。みんな大丈夫かい？
てや
敵のお出ましだ。気をつけろ。やってやろうぜタオ。見切れるか。
一緒に戦おう。
これでおしまい。
いや
I missed my chance.
貴様を切る。
熱いのをあげる。
終わらせる。いやみんな大丈夫だった？
問題ない。
みんな敵よ。
やってやろうぜタオ。
一緒に戦おう。はっはあ。
行くぞ。くらえ。貴様を切る。
熱いのをあげる。
終わらせる。
しまった。見切れるか。
せいくらえ。
これでおしまい。
せい最後だ。
2投で決める。
この一匹やっつけた。
Cool.
やったねライザー。
見切れるか。
これでおしまい。
せいなんだと。
このままじゃちょっとやばかったな。
Right.
見つけた。てや
Hmm. Like this.
発見。
俺の剣の腕も上がってきたか。
前に比べたら目に見えて上達した気がするよ。
Yeah, swing for this one. Next one.
どこに行こうかな。
Actually, need to be in this area. I need to be running around it, trying to find walks. Yes, I did find one. Now we are exiting the area.
たまに懐いてくる魔物がいるのよね。出入りしすぎて仲間と思われてるとか。
Did I collect enough?
暗くなってきたな。まだ探索を続けるなら付き合うぞ。
てやてや
敵のお出ましだ。気をつけろ。
タオ、サポートは任せて。
行こうライザー。
見切れるか。
せいくらえ。
行くぞ。
Come on.
見切れるか。
せいくらえ。
見切れるか。
はっはあ。
Defeated.
勝ててよ
俺
かっ
もまだまだ
た。
修行が足りんな。
てやみんな敵よ。
やってやろうぜタオ。
ボス一緒に戦おう。
見切れるか。
まずいな。どうにかしなくちゃ。
2投で決める。
はっ切る。
この
行くぞ。
Oh, did we get defeated? Were we supposed to get defeated by? We were supposed to heal or something. Okay. Is it? Yeah, I need to quit the game for now. I saw kind of enough to know that this is the game that most likely Harvestell players would enjoy, except the fighting. The combat is not the same as in Harvestell, so there is that to consider. But there will be enough life skilling, enough crafting, an interesting probably story to go with. If you're into anime games like that, this has some very strange combat. It's kind of real time, but it also has tactical cooldowns where you need to reach certain bar charged up before you can do your next move and stuff like that. So it's like a mixture between turn-based and action real time, but weird. But it's not awful, not bad. It's just something that I personally am not used to. So the game doesn't seem awful. It doesn't seem amazing, at least based on my taste. I wish I was in a better shape, not too tired to show you more. But tomorrow, most likely it will be Wild Hearts to test sometime in the early evening, probably. So keep it cool. Thanks for stopping by. It's almost midnight here, so till next time and see ya.